And I tell everyone, when you go to Africa, you'll leave a piece of your heart in Africa.
Welcome to Travel Weekly TV, where we go behind the scenes speaking to the industry's heavyweights. I'm Hoda from the Travel Weekly team, and today I have Lisa from Regent Seven Seas.
Hi, Hoda.
Thank you so much for joining us, Lisa.
Oh, you're more than welcome. It's been great to be actually here, and it's a delightful day, so couldn't think of anything better, Hoda.
Thank you. So, Lisa, tell me a little bit more about yourself. When did you start with Regent Seven Seas?
Oh, so I started actually about 8 years ago, nearly on to the day 8 years ago, and it's been an incredible journey. Before that, I was actually a hotelier. And if you'd said to me 10 years ago, Lisa, you'll go from being in luxury hotels to sales and marketing in a luxury cruise line, I would have said you're mad. But of course, it was just a natural transition. I owe everything to Steve Odell, who actually had the foresight to employ me from hotels to cruising. And it's been an incredible journey and one that I have never looked back on. And it's just been such a natural transition, actually. It's, hotels are magnificent. Luxury hotels are absolutely, truly magnificent, but so are our magnificent floating hotels. So they're the same thing. One's on land, one's on water.
So what inspired you to move? Because that's quite the big move.
It is a big move, but I had been away for 18 years and I decided to return to Australia. I have parents, ageing parents, and I have a wonderful sister who has two beautiful little girls. So I have two magnificent nieces, and it was just the timing was right to come home. And when you've been away for a long time, you would understand. So I came back to Australia. I thought, what am I going to be doing? I was very fortunate in that the Langham Hotel Sydney asked me to come and work for them for a period of time because they had undergone a massive refurbishment and wanted to rebrand and reposition that beautiful hotel. So it was just luck along the way, and the gods were shining on me and it just all fell into place.
I love that you speak so passionately about travel, and I would love to know, what is your favourite travel memory?
Look, there are so many, Hoda, and do I have a special one? I always think that I've been so fortunate to go to so many amazing places, and I've never taken anything for granted. No experience at all, but doing your first safari in Africa is definitely a very special travel memory. And I remember when I arrived, I was living in Dar es Salaam. I used to go between Dar es Salaam and Zanzibar, and we all went off, the whole team, the executive team, we went off on a private little plane and we landed in Arusha. And then we went into the Serengeti and we stayed at Ngorongoro Crater. And then I suppose, which was just magnificent, because you realise when you're out in one of those four-wheel drive vehicles, you're thinking, holy scamoli, please don't break down because I'll be a walking canopy. You just realise how vulnerable you are.
You are, yeah.
But then we went to Tarangire National Park, and not a lot of people would know about Tarangire. Tarangire National Park is not far from Ngorongoro, a couple of hours. But it's an elephant reserve in Tanzania. And back when I did Tarangire National Park, there were about 3,000 elephants in this one park. And look, honestly, you don't know the size of African elephants until you're up close, because in our part of the world, we're so used to seeing Asian elephants, which are a lot smaller. But the African elephant is ginormous. Ginormous, and you can either get them on a really good day, which we one day had them on a wonderful day. The next day they were pissed off, and they didn't want to know that we were there, and they were flapping their ears, and they were we got charged. But so they have all different personalities. I mean, they're absolutely incredible. But that's an amazing memory.
Absolutely,
yes.
One you'll never forget.
And I would tell everyone, when you do Africa, do it well, because it's a destination that you're probably highly unlikely to return to. And it's an expensive destination. It's an expensive experience. So just do it well, and you'll never regret it.
Speaking of special experiences, have you found that there's a bit of a trend post-COVID with travelling and how people like to travel?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're definitely seeing it in the cruise market, and I know my former colleagues in the hotel industry are definitely seeing it in the luxury end of hotels. And, you only have to speak to your friends this year who are in Europe. I mean, people are paying a premium because they want to travel in style and they want to really enjoy themselves. So there's definitely that trend. If you can afford to trade up, people are definitely trading up and spending that little bit of extra money. Everyone is telling me, my friends, they're all telling me they're foregoing items, goods, but they won't forego their travel. And it's almost in our DNA in Australia that we must travel. So we'll forego everything else, but we will not forego travel. Yeah.
And is there something that's truly unique with Regent Seven Seas that people might not know about?
Yes, look, I think, because we sit here in Australia and we have our Asia Pacific headquarters on the corner of King and Elizabeth Street, and we're a fairly sizable team, I suppose, across the three brands, because we've got NCL, Oceania Cruises and Regent Seven Seas Cruises. So we have about 140 team members here. But our greater organisation, Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, is 40,000 staff members.
Wow.
So people don't realise that we're that many people. So 40,000 team members around the world, and we're listed on the New York Stock Exchange. So I always find that amazing. I think I'm just one person amongst 40,000, and it takes 40,000 team members to produce these magnificent products. I'm always amazed.
And with Regent Seven Seas, there's obviously a lot to unpack there. Where can the travel industry go to find out more?
Yeah, absolutely. So Hoda, we have a wonderful team. I'm blessed to have probably the best team in Australia. So please go to your local business development manager, or we have the contact centre headquartered here in Sydney, which is headed up by Adam Percy, who's another fantastic professional. So we have an amazing team. So if you don't know who your business development manager is, you can always reach out to me. You can go to the website, but our business development managers are known around Australia. And of course, then Adam, who heads up the contact centre here as well. So we've got a really great team.
Lisa, what's your prediction for the travel industry in 2024?
Yeah, Hoda, I still think we're in for a couple of very, very good, strong years. I mean, we're certainly not seeing any lulls or downturns. Don't forget, I look after Asia Pacific, so we're all at different speeds. So, for example, New Zealand's about 6 months behind Australia. Australia is still booming. As we mentioned before, it's in our DNA to travel. So you've already got the airlines now today bringing out their European specials for 2024. We have itineraries in market right through to May 2026.
Wow.
And then Asia, once again, is full speed because a lot of those countries only opened up in February this year. So, I really predict that the next couple of years we're going to see very, very strong results from the travel industry. One of the things we do have to watch, of course, is the Australian dollar. So, that always plays a big part. At the moment, it's sitting about 64 cents. I'll only get a little bit worried when it heads to about 50, but other than that, I think we're pretty conditioned actually in our part of the world to go those swings, and I think we accept it. But I think other than that, we're in for a pretty strong period of travel.
Yep, absolutely. And what I love about the Australian traveller is that we really want experiences.
We do. We're resilient, and we're resilient, but we also really want to experience it. But not only that, Hoda, if you'd said to me 10, 15 years ago, what do you think of the Australian traveller? I would have thought, in general, we were unsophisticated travellers. Now we're incredibly sophisticated. We really appreciate good service. We know what products we love. We appreciate good value. We really appreciate good food and wine because we come from a region that produces beautiful food, produce and wine. So I think we've become such sophisticated travellers. I'm really proud when I go out now and I see our Australian travellers in market because they really know and they really immerse themselves in a destination and they're really brave. They're happy to do anything. So I just think, and they don't whinge. It's fantastic. I just think we're such good travellers. Yeah, I love it. They're really good travellers.
I agree. And every brand is very excited to have an Australian on board. It's always the case.
Because we're happy.
Yeah.
We're happy people. We're positive people. We want to know about the destination. We're so used to living in a multicultural, multiracial society that, we embrace, whenever we go to a new destination, we embrace a culture. We want to learn more about some people and places. So I think we tick so many boxes as travellers.
Absolutely agree. Lisa, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you too, Hoda. Next time I'm going to have to wear my pearls because you've shown me up. Normally I have pearls on. I get in trouble in the office because I wear pearls every day.
To be honest with you. I knew you were coming. Put this on. Thank you so much for watching Travel Weekly TV.